afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and everybody else in between this great, big, beautiful country of ours. How the hell you doing? What do you know? What do you say? What's up? What's happening? So what's going on? Hey, it's Monday. I got shit everywhere, folks. I don't, it's Monday. It's cough day. I hope not. I hope not. Oh, man. But you know how it is after a long weekend, or after, yeah, I had a vacation. Big deal. What kind of vacation is that shit, Oh, man. Oh. So, anyway, I don't know, I guess I told you last week, or maybe not. A little while ago, I bought a drum set, right? So I'm finally putting it together. And I'm like trying all these places to like put it. I get one spot just great. And then you put the cymbals on, right? Oh, forget it. Everything fits. But then when you put the cymbals on, the cymbals got these freaking stands. They make these stands like they think an earthquake's going to knock it over or something. They're freaking heavy-duty steel, freaking triangle, and they get in the way of everything. And it's just, oh my God. It's like a jig plate, so I can't have it there. So then I go tear it all down, move someplace else. Can't have it there. I can't have it there. Don't look right. Oh my God. So hey, I get it all set up, right? And then I got a double pedal for the bass, and be fancy. Okay. So I go, and I don't put it all the way together. I just put the one kicker, and that's it. So, anyway, I go to put that on, and I'm like on the floor, and I'm trying to hold the bass. The bass got the double toms and everything else on it, and I'm trying to lift it up and slide. Trying to slide the kicker under there so I can lock it in place. So the kicker, it's sloped on the bottom where it connects to the bass drum. I'm like, okay, so I slide it on and I go to move the freaking kicker and it slides off the bass. Off the bass drum. I'm like, what is this? So I'm like trying to hold, you ought to see it, it's comical as hell because I'm trying to hold the bass up, the upper rim of the bass up with my forehead while I'm trying to do both hands to get the kicker under the bass drum and then lock it down so it don't freaking go anywhere. Well, needless to say, with my head pushing on the upper rim of the bass, it pushes the whole set back. And I'm like, and it's like, I tried to move it before. It's stuck on carbon. You can't go nowhere. But somehow, some way, it decided it's going to freaking move. Oh, my God. So then I have a breathing attack. I'm like, holy shit, man, I can't freaking win. So I'm right back. I'm saying, okay, I'm done with that shit. That's enough for me. That's enough for me. I'm done. Anyway, I got the other half to put on. I do have it in a place where I got all my cymbals up. They all fit. They all look nice. Everything's fine. And, that's the name of that tune. Oh, why did I? Well, here's the big thing. Why did I get a drum set in the first place? Who freaking knows? Okay, but here's the deal. The reason I got it is I needed to build. I've been having like tack attacks and stuff like that. And I need to build up my upper strength, my upper body strength. And it's like, I don't want weights and stuff. And the heart doctor says, hey, who the strongest people with the strongest hearts are? I'm like, no. He said painters. I'm like, painters? He goes, yeah, because they're always using, their arms and stuff, painting up and down. And they got a lot of good upper body strength. And it makes their heart stronger, And I'm like, okay, so, I can't do paint. Because of fumes and shit like that. So I figured, what else? And I don't want to do, like I said, I don't want to do weights. I got a manual treadmill 3 times a week. That's fine with me. But to do the upper body, I mean, I got the circulation in the lower part going pretty good. But then the upper body, I got nothing going on. And I don't want to wear wrist weights and all that. It wears me out too fast. So here's what I'm going to do. I get a drum set. Yeah. Because you're always, right? I'm working my body. I'm working my upper body. And then you got, that's the other good thing. You got the bass pedal on the bass drum. And I got a double pedal. So I'm working my upper and my body. I just got to. So anyway, you get this drum set, get it all together. And then the seat. The seat they sent, I'm sorry to say, maybe for a young teenager or something else, but for this old fat ass, it ain't freaking getting it. It's almost like sitting on a pike pole. You know, oh my God. Doesn't have a lot of padding. So, guess what? I had to order another throne. They call it the throne, the drum throne. Like you're the king. You know? Okay, so it's a freaking drum seat, right? So I had to order that. I'm like, you know, and as I go with this thing, it's like, okay, this shit's getting more and more expensive, you know. As if you didn't spend enough already, you know. Maybe I should have got, you know, the $20 wrist weights or something like that. But hey, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have fun. You know, that's what you do. You have fun. You do shit to have fun. Oh, my God. Okay, so let's do some Twitter news here. John Collins says, Kate like this. John Collins says, let's just cut to the chase. Who are we pissed off at today? It's Monday. Might as well be pissed off at everybody, right? God. Oh, here you go. Hey, this is not a kid's show. You got Club Munchers, Rugrats running around. You got to get them out of there because if it's nice, kick their ass outside. If they're young, put them for a nap. All that other crazy shit, okay? Xbox, PlayStation, iPad with headphones because this old jarhead is going to go off in a couple minutes, like real soon, because a couple of my friends decided they're going to use foul language in their title, which is fine with me because it's an adult site anyway, right? So you have to do that shit. Okay, so ready? I'm going to count to 10, right? 1, 2, 10. No, I'm just kidding. We'll wait a minute. Okay. Here we go. We'll just do some of this like shit. And then we'll come back to this. Okay? Forbes 3 hours ago. Oh, man. Stealth fighters, flat tops, and Highland bases. Japan is erecting a wall of steel across the east coast, the East China Sea. See, hey, you know what? This whole world is like not... In the United States, I got majority of people, they are not aware of this. They don't care. It's like, I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't see hardly anything about it I don't see anything on Twitter about it. I don't see anything on the news about it other than what I get fed. And it's just crazy. China and freaking Russia, man, they're like building up shit. Russia, the 50,000 troops are along the Ukrainian border, okay, they're getting all ready to freaking rock and roll, and then you got this shit over at whatchamacallit, China, they want to take back Taiwan. So they were just like, hey, put it on in the freaking, okay, so we got it on the news here. Okay, the Japanese Air Force plans to base 20 of its new F-35B stealth jets at Nitara Air Base in Miyazaki Prefecture on Japan's Kyushu Island. Told you, hey, freaking Mangled news, folks. But don't count on the single-engine stealth fighter spending much time in Nitara. Local officials told Myoch Pritz some of the jump jets will embark on the new aircraft carrier Kaga, while others will deploy in Magashima, an island outpost the Japanese military is building south of the home island. So they're building a base. They're getting ready. Okay, and that's the other thing. The Chinese they're moving into the Bahamas and stuff. They're buying all this land, put bases in the Bahamas. Quick strike shit. They're getting ready, man. I don't know how many years it's going to be, but boy, it's coming, folks. It's coming, folks. The twin detachments, Magashima and Kaga, are central to Tokyo's war plans. Think of the island outpost as an unsinkable aircraft carrier. The carrier, meanwhile, is a movable island. No shit. So if you want to read the rest of this, man, stealthfightersforbes.com, right? So they're building this shit up, man. I don't know what China's going to get ready to do, but better be. And here's the crazy thing. Where I'm getting worried about, and I talked about this before, is when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, the ambassador of Japan was in Washington, D.C. negotiating peace, okay? Now, what I'm worried about is if a delegation from China comes over here to talk about freaking treaties and shit like that, watch your ass. Just watch your ass, I'm telling you. That, for me, that's going to be the big sign, because history does repeat itself. Look what happened now, right? Okay? We had 1918 pandemic, right? Okay, and then 10 years later, okay, 1929, 1930, they had a Dust Bowl. The only thing, and then if you could fit a depression in between there, this will be history repeating itself, because right now we got a pandemic, right? Only it's happening faster now. It's happening faster now because the freaking extreme, whatchamacallit? Yeah, the extreme drought in the West is starting. Do you see the grasshoppers and stuff there? The freaking, they call them locusts. The locusts and all that other shit, and it's just, there's nothing growing. And pretty soon it's going to be a dust bowl, and it ain't going to have nothing to do with how you do your fields, man. It's just going to be like, there is no water. Cattle's going to be dying and everything else. Boy, you think prices are bad now. See, and I think that's what could end up throwing us into a depression. So just keep on your toes, bud. Keep on. Why am I doing all this shit? What is all this crap? I don't want to talk about this shit. Here's the thing. Okay. Let's go over this again. This is from The Hill. Health. Alarming number of Americans think vaccines contain microchips to control people. How can you control somebody with a microchip? You know, okay, this is nuts. This is freaking insane. 1/5 of adult Americans believe it is very true or probably true that COVID-19 vaccinations contain government-issued microchips, according to a new survey. Who are they interviewing? Come on, folks. Really? Oh, God. The survey conducted by The Economist/YouGov and published this week asked 1,500 Americans ages 18 and over if the U.S. government is using the COVID-19 vaccination to microchip the population. 5% of the respondents said the statement was very true, while 15% the statement was probably true. Okay. 5%. And then 15% said it's probably. When broken down along party lines, the survey found that 32% of Republicans said it was very or probably. Whoa! Okay, along party lines now. We're getting crazy here. When broken down along party lines, the survey says 32% of Republicans said it was very or probably true, while 14% of Democrats said it was very or probably true. Those without college degrees were also more likely to believe the microchips conspiracy compared to those who have one. Give me a freaking break. The findings are shedding light on vaccine misinformation in the U.S. as government officials and medical professionals work to convince more citizens to get vaccinated. Really? You know what? Here's the other thing. On Sunday, U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy criticized social media companies for not doing enough to curb vaccine misinformation on their platform. Let me tell you. Okay, let's get this straight right now. About this vaccine and this microchip shit. They don't give a fuck about you. Duh. They don't care. And as far as control you to do what? Buy more shit at Walmart? What the fuck is wrong with you? Jesus. I'm scratching my head. I don't know what the hell's going on. These people believe this shit. Come on, man. Oh, boy. Here's from the Hill 2 hours ago. 56 people shot, 11 dead in Chicago over the weekend. That's rough being in Chicago. What the hell, you know? It's just like, I don't... Hey, you know what? No matter what you say, it's going to be wrong. But these neighborhoods, they got to clean themselves up. These parents and grandparents, when they got their children and stuff, like the grandparents, they got grown children, they're like in 20s, 30s, 40s years. Take their freaking guns. Put them away some. Go hide. You know how, like, if you got caught with a toy you weren't allowed to have, or you got caught when you were a kid and you had something you weren't allowed to have, your mom would, like me, it was penknives. Okay, I don't know what you guys had, but every time I brought a penknife home, boom, my mom took it. It went away. Absolutely disappeared. You know what? I never found them damn things till after she passed away and we were cleaning the shit out. And I'm like, why did I buy this in the first place? You know, I'll tell you, here's a funny story, too. When I was a kid. When we were kids, we had this thing called, and they did it because, I guess, F Troop or something. They had Johnny Reb cannons. Okay, and these cannons, they were spring-loaded. You'd shove the ball down in there and load the spring up, and then you shoot it, and you'd shoot plastic cannonballs, right? And Johnny Reb cannon, Johnny Reb cannon, Johnny Reb cannon. I want, all the way from, like, before Thanksgiving. Okay? And my family didn't have a lot of money. Okay? So finally, my dad, he was a river captain, okay? So he wasn't home a lot. So he broke down, okay, the family, Christmas comes, I get the Johnny Reb cannon. I am so happy, man. And it had wheels on it. It's pretty big, you know. Wheel it around, take it around here and everything else like that. This is so sick. Okay? I had it about a week. My dad goes on. Okay? So I trade that Johnny Reb cannon for one of them Cracker Jack magnifying glasses. And my dad come home and he said, hey, man, look, I want to, you want to play, but dads do that. They want to play with you, Where's your Johnny? And really, what he wanted to do, he wanted to take that Johnny Reb cannon and shoot them balls at me, okay? That's my dad, okay? And then, he goes, where's your Johnny Reb cannon? I said, well, I traded it. He said, you traded it for what? And I showed him this Cracker Jack magnifying glass. And you would have seen somebody's jaw drop. It hit the floor. He hit, oh my God. I'm 32 years old. And he's still brought up to me. Johnny Reb cannon. That's all you had to say. To make me feel like a total freaking idiot. Johnny Reb cannon. God, Jesus. Oh, man. Oh, I'm telling you, shit's bad. Oh. Okay, this is Fox News 1 hour ago. Okay. Now, see, this is here. It's political, so I'm not going to read it. If you want to read it, published July 19th. Is that today? Yep. Okay. Sam Dorman, Pentagon contractor investigating extremism, says Black Lives Matter web search raises concern about white supremacy. Now, here's where the political part comes in. Then they stick this in it. Founder has ties to Obama Foundation and other controversial groups. It's controversial according to Fox. Okay? Geez. Okay, here. More Fox News. No. Whoa. Ooh. Entertainment comic book. I didn't know this. This is some of you moviegoers. You might like to hear this. This is yesterday. Comicbook.com. Black Widow suffers worst box office collapse in MCU history. Just over a week after helping bring the box office back to life, Black Widow has started its rapid descent, potentially quicker than what most theaters insiders even anticipated. After last week's pandemic record-setting $80 million opening haul, Black Widow dropped 67.5% in its second week, another Marvel record in and of itself. Over the course of its second weekend in theaters, Black Widow collected just $26 million in the domestic office. Hey, man, I'll take that $26 million. I don't give a shit how bad it collapses. You know? What they do, it's not... Why... Okay. $80 million the first week. $26 million in the second. So, what? What do they want? Like $1 billion blockbuster or something? The drop was so severe, the National Association of Theater Owners opted to release a statement blaming Disney's decision to release Black Widow both in theaters and on Disney Plus Premier Access at the same time. So that's why the box office went bad, because they opened it on Disney Plus Premier too. Are you buying that shit? Are you buying any of that shit? Peacock Premium and Disney Plus and what is it? Discovery Plus and A&M Plus and Plus and Plus and all that other shit. You know, by the time you add them $4.99s all together, shit, you might as well have cable. You might as well get satellite TV, whatever. The hell with them people. They're trying to break away. I think that's why they're doing it. They think it's going to be a way to make money, but they're going to end up falling on their face. Did you see the networks lately too? They are starting to crap out really bad, like ABC, NBC, and CBS. Because between the cable and all multi-movie channels, and like I said, this Disney Plus and Discovery Plus and this plus, you know, shit, there's nothing left on the networks to do. I mean, like, who cares if it's like not prime, you know, fall season or anything else like that? What they got in its place is like crap. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's true. ABC got game shows on all the time, and oh boy, The Bachelorette. Oh boy, The Bachelorette. I can't, I just can't. Okay, so here we are. You got your kids put away. Here we go. I'm a fucking princess. Can you all do me a favor? My good friend Roberto, his artistic son, just turned 13. Try to have a birthday party with classmates, and not one of them not one of them showed. What kind of shit is that? Please show Ezekiel his love by telling him happy 13th birthday and show him some love. Ezekiel will see it. See, heartless fucking bastards. Jeez. Tracy says, I'm vaccinated and still wearing a mask. You? Hell yeah. You know what? I can't afford to have that shit. I can't see my daughter. We had to say goodbye for a while because she's a Trumpster. She doesn't admit to being a Trumpster. Her husband is a big Trumpster, okay? Cult 9 yards long, right? All that shit. But she won't admit it. But she, every kind of excuse in the world not to get that vaccination. It's just the flu, blah, 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 blah. I said, well, I can't see you until you get vaccinated. I'm not going to take a chance with this Delta shit. You know. Even a minor thing to jack me up. I mean, a cold freaking wrecks me. I mean, hey. Well, hey, I'm improving, though. A few years ago, a cold would have killed me. So, I guess. Okay. Oh, God. Sean Eggman. A friend asked me why you don't like American Republicans. I told her, why don't you tell me why to like them, as I don't see them as American. I see them as our security agencies see them, a terrorist cult. Okay. Nameless says, am I the last person alive who actually enjoys talking on the phone? You know what? Don't get me on the phone. I will not shut up. I'll keep remembering shit for last year. So, Julie, I'm living in a cloud, cuckoo land. Worth another tweet. Don't be afraid. Oh, Tim Larson says, don't be afraid of losing people. Be afraid of losing yourself trying to please someone else. Good night, everyone. Good night there, fella. Okay, Reese likes Jersey. For simplicity and clarification, the definition of pissant should be edited to just Lindsey Graham. Oh my God. All right, here we go. CNN International, 12 hours ago. Yeah, let's read this shit. Maybe I won't mangle it. Okay, the war over misinformation heats up as COVID case counts rise. Bash asks Surgeon General if Fox News disinformation is killing people. Shit, yes it is. As the coronavirus mounts a fresh U.S. assault, it is again tearing at the nation's political divides in a way that multiplies its own impact and makes clear in a supposed summer of freedom that the battle against the virus is far from over. President Joe Biden is locked into a showdown with Facebook over vaccine misinformation. His predecessor, Donald Trump, is now weighing in, linking his big lie over election fraud to Biden's management of the COVID-19 crisis in a way that could brew even more of the vaccine hesitancy that causing thousands of Americans to become infected. You know what? I'm tired of this shit. Okay, that was from The Hill. If you want to read it, U.S. Surgeon General attacks Facebook, social media for misinformation spreading like wildfire, okay? Jesus. No, that isn't it. It was CNN 12 hours ago. The war over misinformation heats up as COVID. See? It's Monday. Give me a freaking break. I'm not Dan Rather. Or Walter Cronkite either. You know? Don't even talk about Mike Wallace. I don't want... He just... That freaking... Traitors. All traitors. Okay. Okay. Fox News want... Okay. This is news that's not political, so it's probably okay. And it's not coming up, so fuck them. Shit. Now, let's jump over here. Glenn Kirshner, JRD, and 7 others like this. Okay, the defense attorney is now calling his client Paul, and when being corrected by the judge on some facts, he shoots back, well, that's my best guess. This is poor lawyering. No shit, Sherlock. Oh, my God. Okay, here we go. Mel Savage. If you are somewhere in a crowd of insurrectionist attacks a government building, you either A, run away, or B, join in. Adamantly Queer says, that's Mel Savage's response to Adamantly Queer. Replying to Mel Savage. Every single one of them. I keep hearing the defense from some of them that they just happen to wander in with the crowd. We have all seen the videos. No one just moseyed in to the Capitol with all that mayhem and violence. You don't wander through a broken window. This is true. You don't. How can you wander through a broken window? Oh, geez. Here we go. AT. I'm in the ER room. It sounds like they'll admit me and possibly go back into my back surgically. I'm now officially freaking out. This is not what I wanted. She had back surgery. And she just recently had back surgery. Okay, fill you in on some backstory. Just recently had back surgery. And she was doing fine. And then all of a sudden, it just freaked out on her, man. She just like And now she can't do shit. Now she's in the hospital. So send your prayers that way to A.T. Okay? Jesus, that's AT905555225. Okay. Rita Bibicom. Oh, man, my time is up. Oh, why did you tell me that shit? What's wrong with you? Hey, talk. It's Monday. That's why. Okay, so anyway, I got to get off here. So the people on the radio, since I'm simulcasting at the same time, can listen to the Mo Soul R&B show. And after that,